Welcome back to America Decides. Legendary journalist Bob Woodward's new book is revealing more about presidential candidates' character behind closed doors. Woodward reports that then President Trump sent Russian President Vladimir Putin COVID test machines in the middle of the pandemic. He also details a meeting between Vice President Harris and Ukrainian President Zelensky, where she warned him of the likelihood of a Russian invasion less than a week before it happened. Associate editor at the Washington Post, Bob Woodward, joins us now. Bob, it's great to have you with us. He is, of course, the author of the new book entitled War. Bob,
thank you.
Thanks for being with us. In that meeting that you report on between Harris and Zelensky, she tells him, quote, "Your numbers are wrong. You really face a potentially imminent invasion." What did you learn about her capability to do the job of president when she was dealing with the war in Ukraine and more broadly the crisis in the Middle East as well?
That she's very tough. She told Zelensky, you better have an escape plan because they're coming after you personally. All the reporting I did for the book shows how tough she is, surprisingly tough, quite frankly.
You write about Trump that his unwillingness to criticize Putin was not a one-off incident, but a consistent character trait. And I'm curious, when it comes to him and his character, what more did you learn about how he handled foreign policy, how he would handle it again?
And of course, the central question, who is he? Who is Donald Trump? One of the best ways to find out is to interview and quote the people who spent hours with him, actually, who gave their lives to defending the country. If you'll bear with me, real quick, former Chief of Staff, General John Kelly. This is what he says about Trump. He's an idiot. It's pointless to try to convince him of anything. We're in crazy town. Former Defense Secretary Mattis worked very closely with Trump. Unfit. He does not even try to unite the American people. He works at dividing them. Former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley, appointed to that post by Trump in 2019. What does Milley say about Trump? Is the most dangerous person to the country, a fascist to the core. That is the people who know him, who have served the country in a way that few have, and this is their universal judgment about his incapacity to do the job.
It's incredible evidence for a voter who may be concerned. But as you know, campaigns don't often focus on the actual work of and the point of and the focus of the presidency. And I'm curious how you think voters should think about the qualifications needed to do the job and whether you get a sense that they really do think enough about that.
Somebody who's a leader and somebody who's trusted by the people that president or candidate has worked with. On the other side of this, you look at Vice President Harris. She has a national security advisor named Phil Gordon, who is steeped and knows all of these issues. The problem is Trump's national security advisor is his own mouth.
And there's clearly a difference of experience between those two. I guess, yes. How would you encourage campaigns in the future to talk about the institution of the presidency and how to remind voters that this is really a critical element in who it is they're picking?
The most important role for a president is commander-in-chief. And Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin has said very emphatically that Trump is not ready to be commander-in-chief, but that Harris is.
The book is called War. The author is the great Bob Woodward, who is thankfully joined us here on Election Eve. We appreciate it, Bob. Thank you again.
Thank you.